I can pretty much guarantee you at one point in your life as an introvert, you've said to yourself, I can't be that popular kid at school. I can't be that person that everybody loves at work. They're just so extroverted. And you just accepted your fate as a loser. But let me tell you, being an introvert is a blessing in disguise. You see, it's always the ugly kid at school that turns into the model. It's always the fat kid at school that turns into the bodybuilder. And it's always the shy, introverted people that turn into those charismatic, Casanova, revolutionaries that people look up to and follow. This is because you have a natural incentive to go and better yourself. Because you're weak at social skills already, now you want to get better at social skills. People who are already born with social skills, who develop from a very young age, who are extroverts, they don't have any sort of need to go improve themselves. But you do. And this is why you become 10 times more charismatic, knowingly or unknowingly, than extroverted people. Because extroverted people don't work on it. You as an introvert are constantly analyzing what works, what doesn't. Why are people behaving in a certain way to this person and not towards this person? This is what makes you 10 times more charismatic in the long term as opposed to extroverts who everybody loves right now. Now remember, the golden rule of friendship and the golden rule of making friends is that people like those that like them. This video is going to teach you as an introvert how to be charismatic today without becoming all superficial and overbearing like some of these extroverted personalities do. From today onwards, you're not allowed to be shy. And even if you are shy, you're not allowed to show it. Right? See, confidence is a little bit like a swimming pool. When you start walking in, it's a bit uncomfortable, it's cold, you don't want to go in it. But as soon as you're inside, it's not cold anymore. You don't want to get out. The trick is to get over that discomfort as soon as possible. So you never tiptoe into a swimming pool. You cannonball that shit. So whenever you feel shy next time, actively become confident, actively become loud. And once you're in the thick of the conversation, in the thick of the discussion or a party or whatever, you don't feel like getting back out. Also, the more exposure that you get, the more confident you become. Do you think professional swimmers are like, oh, it's cold, I don't want to go in a swimming pool? No, they walk in like it's second nature to them. Now this brings me to my second point. How do I get from that shy mindset into that confident mindset in an instant? And this is how. So we already know that our body manifests what our mind thinks, right? So if you're anxious in the head, if you're scared, your knees start knocking together. Or you feel threatened, or you feel uncomfortable in a social situation, you kind of close it. Now, I want you to use this method. You're going to reverse engineer this evolutionary principle to make your mind feel what your body exhibits. So I want you to open up your chest. I want you to open up your neck. I want you to open up your shoulders. This, by and large, exposes vulnerabilities, right? So you have your jugular vein by here, you have your neck by here, you open up your neck, you open up your chest, right? With all your vital organs. This tells your mind that, oh, there's nothing to be scared around here. You are the top dog here. I want you to imagine yourself as a gorilla, beating your chest. And the last thing I want you to do is combine all of this with a smile. When you smile, your brain releases chemicals in your brain that makes you happy. Now, you can be confident by being happy. You can't be confident and sad, right? You're confident and happy, or you're confident and focused. And those are the chemicals that are released in your brain when you smile. Pair them all together, and if you do this and see in 21 days how much of a different person you become. The more you do this, the more you shift from your shy mindset to your confident mindset, the quicker you'll be able to do it. I'm going to teach you everything that I learned in the past 8 years in order to change you from that socially introverted individual to the confident person that you want to be right here on this channel. Back to that gorilla method. This is the exercise that I want you to do. Next time you're outside, in order to give you a little bit more exposure therapy, I want you to open up your chest a little bit. I want you to swing your arms, and I want you to walk directly into a crowd like you own the street. Now, don't worry about, oh, I might bump into someone or I'm taking up too much space, what other people think. Trust me, no one really cares about you as much as you think they do. They have all their own problems to worry about. By the off chance you do bump into someone, smile, make a joke about it. And this may be an opportunity for you to make a friend. As an introvert, right? So as an introvert, you already have a superpower. And that superpower is listening. Learn to use it. Next time you're in a conversation, ask more about the person than you talk about yourself. So because all these people crave that attention, they have that hunger for validation. All you need to do is constantly push them to talk more about themselves. What are they talking about? What do they feel about that subject? What did that specific situation or that story make them feel? The more you ask somebody about themselves, the more interested you are in someone else, the more interested they become in you. The more and more experience that you get in this field, you learn that different people want you to ask them different questions because they want to talk about certain things about themselves, and they can't really just tell you that out of the blue. So eventually you'll understand what to ask each individual. This comes with experience, and trust me, they will love you for it, about their deepest, darkest secrets. Now the trick I want you to do when you get started using this method is I want you to think about the person that you're talking about as a book character that you want to write. You want to extract as much information as possible from this person so you can write a book character about them. Introverts tend to be more based up here, right? As opposed to extroverts that love people's attention, that love to be present. So introverts struggle with the same presence that extroverts do with ease. That's natural because introverts actually get a lot more joy by being by themselves, as opposed to extroverts that need other people. But the problem with this is that when you're in a conversation and you zone out or you go back into your own head and you start thinking about stuff that's up here, right? You look like you're uninterested in the individual and therefore you're perceived as less charismatic or less enjoyable to be around. Next time you zone out in a conversation, I want you to take a head sweep, right? I want you to feel everything from your head to the tip of your toes. Feel the sensations in your toes. Is it tingling? Is it moving? Is it sway? Is it sticking together? I don't know, right? But I want you to feel that sensation in your toes because it instantly puts you back into the present. The next thing I want you to do is that I want you to make the conversation fun for yourself. When you're talking to someone, I want you to be the individual that makes conversation fun. Just because other people are not charismatic, other people are not fun to talk to, doesn't mean that you can't be. This is what sets you apart from everyday ordinary individuals that have fun when other people are having fun. I want you to have fun so other people will have fun with you. That's what makes you memorable. I want you nailed confidence and conversation and presence. The next thing I want you to do in order to become charismatic as an introvert, I want you to become authentic. I want you to use tongue-in-cheek humor. I want you to say witty things. I want you to say things that other people are scared of saying. Yeah, it's going to be harder because you're an introvert, but I want you to become authentic. This is how you overtake extroverts in social situations. Is that extroverts are all pretty much the same. Like, I'm sorry about that. They're all kind of ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, there's high five people, hug people. They're all the same. All of them are the same. You being authentic trumps an extrovert person because extrovert people are often seen as superficial, right? They have no depth to them. Having a little bit of wit and having a little bit of a cheekiness to you, that's going to make you memorable. Say what you think. Be authentic. Now, of course, this list isn't exhaustive, right? Utilizing these 5 points will put you ahead of 90% of these introverted population that just accept their loser life. Put in the work today and reap the rewards of a charismatic life tomorrow. And until next time, I'll Abraham out.